This edition of the Ridley Report is brought to you by nhliberty.org. This is a provisional update regarding I think a pretty critical thing that happened while I was in jail. It happened in Keene. It didn't have anything to do with me going to jail, I don't think. But it happened at that time, and it was apparently some sort of a ban on cameras in certain places in Keene City Hall. Now, of course, cameras have been banned before in areas of Keene District Court, but that's really a different jurisdiction. Having it happen in Keene City Hall is a different thing, and it's troubling to see that type of thing spread. However, like so many disadvantages, we can turn it into an advantage. When they thwart cameras, that in itself is a better story than what you were originally there to film. It's more interesting when they ban cameras than it is when you take a camera and get video of something. So, you make the ban your story. That's one way we can react to this. And I have some other thoughts on a lot of different constructive things we could do in reaction to this. Now, my understanding is the ban is pretty limited at this point, or I think there would be more of a stink about it. But we got to make a stink anytime there's a camera ban. And my understanding is the ban affects this downstairs tax office, the lobby of the downstairs tax office, because that's where the last conflict was. But I'm just a little unclear as to what the peripheries of the ban are. But whatever the periphery is, you can use that to your advantage by taking cameras right up to the point of the periphery and making the periphery your point of interest. Because they'll do something, to keep people on the periphery. They'll have to enforce it. The enforcement process is itself going to be very interesting. Again, probably more interesting than whatever you were planning to film in the place they banned cameras from. It's basically an all-purpose issue. I think that they've handed us something that will generate sympathy with the public if we make us think about it. They sort of like they've given us a hammer and made themselves the nail. One thing that you could do is to raid city council with cameras and catch the reps as they go in, or catch the councilmen as they go in and ask them what their opinion is on the ban. This is sort of like an all-purpose issue. Anytime you run into any city official of any height in the chain of command, you got something to ask them about, and you could ask them about this repeatedly, over and over and over again, and people, I think, would never get tired of it. It is important to make a stink, or they're going to think that they've cowed us with the arrests. I'm guessing the ban, let's see, no, I've already mentioned that. I did hear that there was a ban on more than one city office, but I'm just not clear. All I know is that I think it's the tax office where things are censored. Let's see, I would welcome more discussion of this. I didn't see a ton of discussion of this over the last couple of days at freekeene.com. But, making this video right now is the thing I can do to help make that a reality. Oh, another possible line of reaction to this ban would be to petition for a redress of grievances. You can do that at the State House now. Didn't used to be able to. And write letters to the editor, or call talkback. But this is an issue. I mean, normally, you have to kind of hunt for a good issue, but they've dropped one in our lap, the way I look at it. The main issue is going to be whether or not we respond correctly and actively. Okay, that's just my thoughts. Those are just my thoughts on the ban on cameras at Keene District Court. You'll probably be hearing more from me on this. And this edition of the Ridley Report is brought to you by the New Hampshire Liberty Alliance at nhliberty.org. Check out their new 2009 legislative report card for a look at how pro-liberty your state rep is and how pro-liberty your state senator is. nhliberty.org.